Welcome, everybody, to Wellness Wednesdays with Mindful Nurses. My name is Janelle, co-founder of Mindful Nurses together with Claudia Wong, and we're super happy to have you guys here. We host this event every Wednesday, 6 p.m. on the West Coast and 9 p.m. on the East Coast, hosting different speakers and practitioners who are sharing holistic wellness and self-care practices with the intention of supporting nurses' health and well-being, overall health and well-being, mind, body, and spirit. We know how hard nurses work and how common burnout is, and we really want to have this safe space where nurses can access these kinds of self-care practices. So we're super happy to have you guys here. And today we have a really great session with Carly Wilkinson. Carly's a nurse for over 11 years and also a Kundalini yoga teacher, and is just starting her own nurse mentorship, holistic wellness business. And she'll be sharing a little bit today about her journey with holistic health and recovering from chronic illness, and her work as a nurse, and then guiding us in a Kundalini yoga practice. So we're super happy to experience Kundalini yoga today with Carly. We're really happy to have you here. Carly, I'll turn it over to you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Carly. Obviously, Janelle's already said I've been a nurse for over a decade, and I recently became a yoga teacher, a Kundalini yoga teacher, and it's been really transformative, and having that practice in my life has really kind of changed the way I am a nurse, and kind of changed the way I'm able to work as a nurse. And it's been kind of like a very fluid relationship, and it's really helped. It's allowed me to see so many different things, especially in hospice, to see kind of different perspectives of what we would normally view, and it's been very transformative. And I think the one main thing that I'm going to share with you today that's really been the biggest gift to me was really being able to access the neutral mind and go past positive and negative thoughts, a lot of which we commonly have working. Of course, it's great to have positive thoughts, but on the other end, we have negative thoughts that kind of balance them out. And when we're able to access the neutral mind, which is a place of really just clarity, we're able to kind of pull away and not identify with the negative and the positive thoughts, and just see it for what it is and see it all from an observer standpoint. So when we're in that frame point, which is really not that difficult to get into, we can really just open up our experience and our space to welcome unconditional love and acceptance for ourselves and everyone that's around us, which is really key to working as a nurse, especially this day and age, because we get so burnt out. And for me, it's just so important that we are able to find balance. So for me, Kundalini yoga has allowed me to find balance. And even though I might not practice it constantly all the time, I know that when I am out of balance, I am able to pull myself back very quickly. And I know it's something that has always worked for me. So normally I've taught in the studio and I've taught everyone, but this is the first time I'm teaching nurses. And I'm really excited to do that because I really want to start working with nurses and giving them the value that I've learned through this practice. And like Janelle said, I have had chronic illness for half my life, and I allowed myself to struggle through that for a good portion of that. And just recently, being able to find holistic practices such as yoga and breathwork, I've really been able to find my center and come back to normal, and know that, hey, when I'm having a flare up or something with my chronic illness, I know exactly what I need to do to get back to the norm. And I might not always be there, but I have the trust and faith that I can always get back there. And I think that's something that really is able to manage it brings them to a level where they're able to manage day-to-day anxieties, because sorry, it's my cat's dinner time. They know, get out of here, come on. They just know how to really just manage anxiety day to day at work, and come to it from a neutral space, especially when we're dealing with patients who are so charged, or either they might be really excited that something happened, and then you're going into a room where something really sad happened. It's hard to manage our energy and not let it ourselves be drained through that. So for me, this practice and just going through these steps has really allowed me to maintain center and not get burned out, because so often we get so burnt out and it doesn't make any sense for us to walk through the process, someone else through the process of healing while we are kind of doing the reverse. So what I would like to do is to empower people to heal themselves versus me just straight up healing them, or me not curing them, but me giving them a treatment that will make them better just physically. It's really just how do we really heal from the inside out? How do we heal more than just the physical? How do we heal what's causing the physical things to happen in our life? Yoga for me has been amazing for that. So that's really what I'm going to share. And the neutral mind class that I wanted to teach today, it's all a lot of arm work and just breath work, long deep breathing, and a little bit of breath of fire. So it's going to be in a sitting position. And really the point of it is really just to kind of focus in on your inner space, starting with your head and then moving out throughout your entire body. And really what we're just trying to do is find that sacred vessel that we all have present within us that we really don't think we do. We kind of go outside to find structure everywhere we go. We need to do this or that. We need to do a program. We need to take a course. We need to get advice from someone else. But really, if we can create that structure and that sacred space for ourselves to be able to move through our emotions and create a vessel for those emotions to move through, we have to rely a lot less on other people for things and find a lot more inner balance. So for me, that's key as a nurse. Do you have any questions?
Thanks, Carly. Yeah, I really appreciate what you're sharing about finding our own inner balance and being our own healers instead of always looking outside of ourselves. These practices are so useful for moving our own energy and coming back into center ourselves. So anyone who's joining right now, thanks for coming. It's great to have you guys here. Feel free to type into the chat box any questions that you have about Kundalini Yoga, about Carly's experience with her own personal healing or in her work. Welcome, Becky. Great to have you here. Welcome, Emmeline. It's great to have you guys joining. So yeah, anyone who has questions, feel free to just type in the chat box. And as we go through the practice, after we go through the practice, we'll have some time at the end just to chat a little bit more. So welcome, everyone, and let's drop into the practice. Thanks for coming.
So whenever we do the Kundalini Yoga practice or class, we usually tune in with the chant Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. We just chant it 3 times with a deep breath in before each chant. And this is a chant that really just allows us to tune into who we truly are and allows us to connect with the teachers before us who taught us this practice, and really is kind of that first channel into finding the neutral space, into creating that sacred vessel for us to be able to move through his emotions in a stable way. So let's go ahead and rub our hands together. When we rub our hands together, we are really activating both hemispheres of the brain. And when we do that, we're just really getting in tune with our entire being and not just part of us. So this is really active. There's thousands of neurons at the end of our palms. This really activates and creates a lot of energy. All right, let's go ahead and bring our palms into our chest right here at the sternum. And you can go ahead and just kind of slightly press against your chest. And let's take a long deep breath in. Hold it and sigh it out. One more long deep breath in. Hold it. Sigh it out. And one more long deep breath in. Sigh it out with the audible sigh. All right. So the next thing we'll be doing is tuning in. If you don't know the chant, just go ahead and listen. Just allow it to vibrate your being and be present with that sound, listen to that sound, and allow it to kind of just move through you. All right, just deep breath in. Om Namo Namo. Deep breath in. Om Namo Namo. Let's deep breath in. Om Namo Namo. Take a deep breath in and hold it. Tuck your navel in and apply the tip of the tongue to the roof of your mouth and focus on your brow point, the point in between your two eyebrows. Breath. Sigh it out and relax. And bring your hands down to your knees. And you can leave your hands in Beyond Mudra. That's when our index and our thumb are touching and the rest of our fingers are facing out like this. I don't know if you can see me, but got it like that. Just go ahead and tune in to the energy. And as I guide you through this practice, there's things that you'll be repeating. As I guide you into this practice, this is really what you'll be repeating in between the exercises when we meditate. The exercises will be on average 1 minute to 2 minutes, and the meditation will be 3 to 4 minutes. And in that period of time, we'll kind of really focus on embodying ourselves and enjoying the shift in our energy. So I really want you to be aware of your energy at every shift or at every exercise and every meditation, because it's really truly powerful because everything is so subtle. But at the end of the meditation, you'll like either be ready to watch a movie or fall asleep. So all right, let's go ahead. Go ahead and close your eyes. And to turn your senses inward, go ahead and look inside your head. Listen within that space inside your head. Pay attention to that space. Whatever you see or hear or maybe even feel. If you see darkness, black, nothing, or emptiness, that doesn't really matter. What really matters is your attention inside your head, just focusing on the experience that you're having. See colors or images that change, that's not really it. So listen to the sound of the silence that comes after seeing the space. Build on that experience by deeply looking and deeply listening. You know what is inside your head. Identify the qualities of your space now where you are. Is it stable, changing, non-movable? Is there judgment? Is there no judgment? Are you clear or peaceful? Focus on the quality that pulls you in. Go deeper into that. Really move through that space of silence and listen to the quality. Now allow that quality to expand throughout your body, down your neck, your arms, your chest, your abdomen, your thighs, legs, calves, and feet. Just allow yourself to absorb the stillness and the peace and the light and the clarity. Notice the shift in energy. and the feeling of stability and security that you've created by just focusing inward on yourself. Let yourself be loved. Accept presence. In this space, we create a sacred container so that we allow ourselves to love ourselves. That's what's so special about this space. Feel the deep satisfaction that really transcends any fear or separation or insecurity or lack of trust that you may have before you enjoy that pleasure that you've created, and you really have done that. Haven't even practiced any yoga, and we've already shifted our energy. So we are going to start with our first exercise. You can keep your eyes closed if you like. We'll have our hands in a Venus clasp, which just means that our fingers are intertangled like this. I'll show you on the screen. We have our hands above our head, about 4 inches above our head. Our hands are clasped relatively tight. You're not holding the lock tight. We try to pull our hands apart and really just do long, deep breathing for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. Go ahead and pick a point of focus. I would suggest using the third eye, because we are focusing on the pineal gland and intuition in these exercises. So just long, deep, focusing on your third eye, hands in a clasp, as you pull apart, 4 inches above your head. You start to feel pain in your arms or hands. Take your breath, bring it to your arms, push through. Just 30 more seconds. Long, deep breathing. Wonderful. You'll really notice the shift in energy when you bring your arms down. So short seconds. Ready? You can go ahead and down, back onto your knees and beyond your index and your thumb. Just go in, practice the practice that we practice with. So focus on space inside your head, quality of that space. Allow it to expand. go within, listen to the sound, the silence that comes after seeing space in your head. Space inside your head down to your toes. We have to look for answers outside of us, but everything's really true present. Going to open our eyes, we'll come back and we drag this class. And our thumbs will be faced backwards like this. I'll show you like this. Can you see me? Okay. So we'll just do this, and we're holding it essentially with our arms straight. Long, deep breathing once again. We're just focusing specifically on the energy, really in the upper chakras, from our chest up. Great. Down. Mudra. Go into the same practice. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and bring our arms up above our head again in a Venus clasp, like we've done before, but with our index fingers pointing up. So like this. And we want to keep our arms as straight up as we can. And once again, long, deep breathing with our eyes closed. You're ready. Go ahead and take this back down to the Mudra. Focus back in on that practice of embodiment, moving into our bodies, allowing that sacred space to let unconditional love and acceptance flow into ourselves. Great. When you're ready, bring your hands up to about 60 degrees with your palms facing out, away from you. We'll spread our fingers wide apart. We'll focus on our third eye, but this time we're going to be doing breath of fire. And breath of fire is kind of like a dog panting, so like this. That's the rhythm, except we do it with our mouth closed, and we breathe in through our nose and out through our nose. Equal parts inhale, equal parts exhale, so it turns in something like this. To if you feel yourself getting lightheaded, maybe slow down or recognize that maybe your inhale or your exhale is longer than the other and be a little bit more conscious of that. Take a break if you like. You can transition to long, deep breathing if it's too much for you, because sometimes it makes people pass out. But if it's done correctly, it really works. So we'll go ahead and open up our hands like this. And instead of actually focusing on our third eye, we're going to really focus on creating a funnel of light coming in through our 10th chakra or our crown chakra, and really allowing knowledge to really just move in. So we're going to go ahead and start. So I'm going to start with doing the dog pant breath, and then I'm going to switch over to the regular breathing. So I'll go like this. Great. Really focus on that funnel of light, because that's what we're going to meditate on after. So really creating something. Go ahead and breathe in and keep your hands up. Hold your hands up, keep your hands up, but breathe out. Just meditate on this space with your hands up at 60 degrees, focusing on the energy in this particular area you created for your chest. You guys are doing great. Bring it to your arms. Just regular long deep breath. You guys are doing great. You're almost there. About 30 more seconds. Down into the mudra, your knees ready, your eyes closed, focusing on the stable space and awareness above your head. Just meditating on that space. Acceptance and non-judgment. All perspective. So there's something that makes you about welcome to that space, non-conditional acceptance. Just know it's a safe space. You really make important decisions and critical decisions. And you make decisions from a place of love. That's you don't have to fear seeing its way. You have found a balance. It's a stable space for love to live. So whenever you're feeling tired, stressed out, frustrated, welcome yourself to a good space. Focusing on the space of your head, allowing time to reopen. This is the end of all the exercises, so really focus in on all the energy of yourself, the shift that's so possible. When you're willing to consciously make a decision to take care of ourselves. It really is a beautiful space to be. Go ahead and enjoy that space. When you're ready, go ahead. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Welcome the energy back from above your head, back down into your body. So you're able to take on this energy. Go ahead on your wrists and your ankles. Just get moving all back into your body. Breath in, hold it, breath out. Have gratitude for the space and the energy that you created for yourself. And bring your hands in prayer position to your chest. And tune out with one long sana, which is really just meaning the truth is our identity. That's exactly who we are. It's our truth, nothing else, which is just pure love. So we'll go ahead and take a long deep breath in, one long stop, and a short nod. Sat Nam. Bringing our hands to our forehead. Sat Nam. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. That was great. That's one of my favorite groups of exercises to do. I just wanted to see if you guys had any questions or comments.
Thank you so much, Carly. That's a really great practice. I'm always amazed. I think Kundalini is one of the most challenging and rewarding yoga practices out there for like moving energy and just getting into a state of deep stillness and meditation. It's really, I feel really still after doing that. So thank you for that practice. So if anyone has any questions for Carly, I'm just checking the chat. Hey, Jean, Annie, Diane, Patty, Kimberly, it's great to have you guys all here. If anyone has any questions about the practice or any other questions for Carly, you can feel free to type in the chat. Patty says it feels so good. Thank you so much.
Great. I'm glad to hear. Thank you, Patty. Thank you for joining. I did want to talk about a little, like I said at the beginning, right before the class, I was talking about my upcoming coaching program, and I am starting to mentor nurses, really more as a yoga teacher and managing anxiety and really optimizing their energy through yoga and ayurveda and embodiment and lifestyle practices and changes, things that I have been able to really change how I feel and who I am in every day. And it's really allowed me to create a sustainable life for myself. And I think that it's something that would be wonderful to teach other nurses, and I've already started to do that. So anyone is welcome to DM me or ask me a question here. On Instagram, I am Carly Wilkinson, and I know I'm tagged on Instagram. So yeah, I'm just really excited. That will be kind of launching in the next 3 months, and I'm very excited to be able to kind of move and progress into a way of nursing that will allow us to kind of shift the paradigm into a healthcare system that's actually sustainable and actually allows for our human population to really just progress as far as consciousness, and to move through that, to realize that our healthcare woes and illnesses are not just physical, and there's so much mental and emotional things behind them that we can really do to shift who we are and what we experience. So for me, that's really, truly important. I am so glad to be sharing that with the world. So if anyone has any questions, like I said, Facebook or Instagram, I'm Carly Wilkinson on Facebook.
Thanks so much, Carly. That sounds like a really wonderful offering, combining coaching and mentorship along with Ayurveda and yoga and all these practices for holistic wellness. So definitely we'll be sharing Carly's contact with you if anyone wants to reach out about individual services. And please stay tuned as well for the rest of our program. We are here every Wednesday on Facebook Live, 6 o'clock Pacific time and 9 o'clock East Coast. And we're sharing lots of different wellness practices. Next week, we have essential oils practice. And if you haven't yet, you can go to our link tree on our Instagram page or DM us and we can send you a free sample of essential oils. I think there's still time if you get in touch with us this week. We can send you a free sample of essential oils. They're doTERRA essential oils, really good quality essential oils. And Marilyn DeLeet will be sharing with us about how to use these different oils for different purposes in our lives. So we're really excited for that session. That's next week, next Wednesday. And yeah, stay in touch with us, connect to us through Facebook or Instagram or our website, mindfulnurses.com, for all of our upcoming events and also the recordings of past events, including this one if you couldn't catch us live. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks again, Carly, for sharing with us today. It was great to have you with us. Thanks so much.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Janelle, and everyone who joined.
Bye, everyone.